Hi everyone! In this series of videos we're going to learn how to draw this model here, the cylinder. So in the first video we're going to learn how to build its basic geometry in two-point perspective, and then in the following one we will learn how to draw its cast shadow, and we will also color it with graphite pencils. This will be pretty much the result we will get in our drawing. So we will start drawing the horizontal line, which is 9 centimeters from the upper edge of our sheet of paper. Then we will draw the vanishing point 1 and vanishing point 2, 5 centimeters inwards from the side edges of our sheet of paper. We will later draw the principal point, 9 centimeters to the right of the vanishing point 1, and we will then draw the basic geometry of the prism, the auxiliary prism, inside of which we will later draw the cylinder. Let's get started. So I have already drawn the horizontal line, 9 centimeters to the top of our sheet of paper, the vanishing points 1 and 2, 5 centimeters to the edges of our sheet of paper, and the principal point, which is 9 centimeters to the right of the vanishing point 1. From this point, I have drawn a vertical line, which is 6 centimeters from the principal point. And I also added this point here, which is 4.5 centimeters from the point below. This is all we need to start drawing the basic geometry of our auxiliary prism. As you see, I have drawn some visual rays that will be the edges of our auxiliary prism. We have to draw now the other vertical edges, and to do so we will draw them 3 centimeters from this vertex here. So now we can draw the vertical lines. We can build now the rest of our prism. You see that this vertical edge at the back of the prism almost match this front one, so we won't draw it. Okay? Next thing we have to do is to draw the diagonals in the square bases of our prism. So this is one. This is the other diagonal. And now the upper ones. We can consider that this line matches the other diagonal in the upper base of our prism, so we will leave it like this. In the center of these diagonals, where they cross each other, we will have the center of the circular base of our prism, of our cylinder, sorry. So the next thing we have to do is to find other points will be very useful in order to draw these bases of our cylinder. You have to think that in two-point perspective, we don't see the bases of our cylinder as circles, as circumferences. We rather saw them as deformed ellipses You see? So in order to make it easier to draw them, we will have to find some points in its perimeter that we can follow and connect in order to draw it as accurate as we can. To do so, we will draw some other visual rays from the vanishing points to the center of the square base. Now we have it. We know that the deformed ellipses we have to draw will pass through these points and through these points as well. We will start drawing the first ones, and you have to take into account that when we draw an ellipsis, we have to try, when it finds the vertical generatrix of our cylinder, we have to think that these lines are tangent to our ellipsis. It is important that we don't draw it like this. We will start then with the parts of the ellipses which are easier to draw, such as these, this one too, and the upper ones. We have to be patient, and as you know, it's not that easy to do, so if you have to erase and repeat the process, it's okay. You will see that after some tries, they will look better. Let's finish the lower one. And that's pretty much it. Now we have to draw some vertical lines from the contour of our lower ellipse, this part over here, which would be the generatrix in the contour of our cylinder. If we start drawing both the lower and the upper bases of our cylinder, we risk that when we draw the contour generatrix, it doesn't match the ellipse we have in the upper base. So if instead we draw these vertical lines first, we will be able to draw the upper base more accurately. Now we have this vertical generatrix, we will finish this upper ellipse. You see, it doesn't look perfect, right? But if you give it a bit more time, I'm sure it will look better. So be patient, try different times, and you will see that your cylinder finally looks quite alright. So this is the end of the first video. In the next one, we're going to draw the cast shadow, and we will color it with some graphite pencils. So thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.